I'll just unplug it and plug it in again. Huh? Can you, is it muted? You all ready? We ready? No? Okay. क्यों ये अफसाने इन लम्हों में खो गए हम घायल थे इन लफ्ज़ों में खो गए थे हम अनजाने अब दिल में तुम हो छुपी हम हैं शहर की परछाइयाँ तेरे सांसों की रात है तेरे होठों की है सुबह यहाँ खो भी जाऊं तो मैं क्या कसूर है मेरा क्या कसूर है मेरा क्या कसूर है मेरा
Are we ready? Are we rolling? All right, let's go. Welcome to Town Hall, Prateek.
Hi, what's up?
So you are our first musician that we've had on the show, and I think we're off to a great start. What do you guys think? No? So, what's Prateek's heartbreak story? Everyone wants to know this.
It's just, I had a couple of heartbreaks and they were both, I think they were just like normal breakups really. They were just like, I think one of the relationships was a little bit more toxic in general, and that's why Cold Mess talks about that.
तो ज़्यादा गाने किस में से निकले? पहले वाले या दूसरे वाले?
ज़्यादा गाने पहले वाले से लेकर
सही है.
Listen, but the thing is that like it's really not about that.
Yeah.
People think that like, I don't know, people have this thing about artists that they like go and do this so that they can write songs. Really not. Nobody wants to have like a bad breakup, It's not something that, it's become this glorified thing and it's not healthy, okay? It really isn't. I've heard certain artists say this to me that, I'm not being able to write because I'm too happy these days. Which is just like, I think it's a pretty silly thing to say because, you can write a song in whatever mood you are as long as like, you can write a good song. It really just comes down to that.
You can write a breakup song without having gone through it. You're saying
I think
that?
so, yeah. I mean, a lot of people think that, you think about writing a breakup song and then you write it.
Yeah.
But it's actually you just write a song.
Yeah.
Because it's, at least for me as a writer, it's one of the ways to express. When you're feeling low and you write a song, it just kind of, helps you process those emotions better, get over certain things. It just naturally comes through and then it ends up becoming a breakup song. And it ends up meaning different things to mean different people also a lot of times. So,
But you started out straight away writing songs, or you used to write in general just how you're feeling and stuff?
I never wrote like diary entries or anything like that. Yeah.
And you not trained at all in writing?
In writing, no. Yeah, no. Yeah. Writing, I learned myself.
But does that help?
I think it really depends on the person. I think too much of instruction and education in songwriting or a lot of creative fields in general can become detrimental because then it can give you too many boundaries.
Okay.
So in that sense, being self-taught is,
you can do whatever you want.
It's cool because you don't have any set,
Yeah.
Boundaries in your head, which get conditioned from years of education. If and I see that with certain like artists and musicians.
But your like forte is songwriting, right?
Yeah, there's a lot of songwriting craft which has been studied and like explained to people, and I don't know a lot of that. There's tricks you can use and like techniques you can do, and I don't know those techniques. I just basically write very instinctively. That
Can you give us
restricts
an example of that? If we
like
would be
for
able to
example, this is gonna get a little nerdy.
Yeah,
So-
no, go ahead. We're all nerds
for
here.
example, like this is a very basic example, and this a lot of people would know also. A song is, a verse, a chorus, sometimes a pre-chorus, sometimes a bridge. But
Verse
a verse,
माने मतलब verse
तो
मतलब
verse is
वो-
जैसे कि defined
जैसे
as
let's take like दिलेर मेहंदी का तुनक तुनक no, उसमें verse क्या है?
उसमें so तुनक तुनक is chorus.
तुनक तुनक is chorus.
Yeah,
ठीक
yeah.
है. जब भी वो तुनक तुनक
And
so
when he
most of the
comes in
song
with
is
like na,
chorus.
na, 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 you know
हाँ,
that part,
वो
that
वाला.
whole part is the verse.
That's the verse.
Yeah.
Chorus
Is
तुनक
तुनक
तुनक.
तुनक, yeah, yeah.
इसमें
That's the
pre-chorus है
chorus.
ही नहीं.
इसमें pre नहीं है इसमें.
नहीं
I
वो
think.
बोलते
मेरे
हैं
को
ना
याद नहीं.
डोलना.
Yeah, yeah,
ये
yeah.
pre-
That's
chorus.
like
Sorry, man.
that's kind of like a
समझ
pre.
आ गया,
Yeah.
ठीक है.
And I don't remember if it has a bridge or not. But bridge is usually like one singular part in the song which is different from all of it all.
अच्छा,
So
मतलब-
usually they say that like verse should start on a lower register, the pre goes slightly higher, the chorus is even higher,
Okay.
and the chorus should be the most memorable part of the song.
Yeah.
And then there are song structures like there's A, B, C sections.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
people
yeah.
follow A, B, C, A, B, C, which is like verse, pre-chorus, chorus, verse, pre-chorus, chorus.
Yeah.
C again as chorus, repeat, end. I mean, there's a billion ways to do it, literally. And that's why some of my song structure are also weird.
Yeah.
Like sometimes I'll have songs which, and they end up actually not getting very popular, probably because of that, because they're weird like structures.
I think someone here has a question.
So my question for you is, can you remember first time when you wrote a song?
I don't remember honestly.
You don't remember the first song you wrote? इसे दो sentence तो
So
आता
first
होएगा.
time, any song, first time you wrote.
There's this one song I wrote called Carolina for some reason.
Carolina.
Caroline or Carolina, I don't know.
Caroline.
And it was just like Carolina, Carolina, like I don't know.
It just
It was some
repeated.
huh?
That was the chorus. Or
That was the
verse?
chorus.
ठीक है.
Yeah. No, it had a verse also, but it just had a verse and a chorus, I think. And the chorus was that the word Caroline repeated like a few times. It's really
And
dumb.
what triggered Caroline?
That was some girl I'd met.
Caroline you met?
Some I was traveling, yeah.
You were in Jaipur, no?
Yeah, in
जयपुर में भी कैरोलिन होती है. वो टूरिस्ट आते हैं ना वो जो घूमने कैमल पे वो वाले.
yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you. What was your first ever performance like? You remember when it was or where it was?
Yeah, I'm trying to. Literally, if you want me to be honest, I think my literal first performance was at this cafe in Jaipur.
Yeah.
It's really bad. There was
Yeah.
nobody, and like I sucked, and everybody I was playing with sucked, and it was just we played covers of rock songs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No one like ऐसे no one cheered after that.
था ही नहीं कोई.
You were just playing for yourself.
It was just there was a
Caroline-
waiter in the
Caroline was
cafe.
there, no?
I think one person had come. I don't know.
Oh man, that doesn't sound good.
It was not. Yeah. We did lie together with our tired limbs and bones in exile together. Found a way to come back home. I did pause, I did stare, I did fall, I did care, and so I beg you, so I beg you, so I beg you, so I beg you for your time. For your time, for your time, for your time, for your time.
Did you have to do like some shitty gigs? Like, did you play any weddings or anything?
I didn't play any weddings at that point, no.
No?
I do remember playing a 1-year-old's birthday party at one point.
You did?
Yeah.
What did you sing?
The parents were fans. They wanted to listen to my music only, so I
Oh,
went
so
and
you played
a-
your songs for the parents. What
Yeah.
was the kid doing?
The baby was just there. And the parents were very excited. They were very sweet. but nobody else was, literally. I mean, there was like 3 people who knew my songs.
Yeah.
And, you know, I just did it because it paid like more than a lot of gigs
Yeah.
paid that time. So I was like, oh shit, that's a lot of money back then.
Was it some like family in South Delhi?
Yeah.
Was it close to GK?
I think it was Chhatarpur actually. It was like a farmhouse in
ये इधर
Chhatarpur.
ही इधर ये बहुत अमीर लोग रहते हैं यहाँ पे. But like so, when did you realize when that you had started like people were talking about you?
I mean, you know, the thing is, I think the independent subculture has also really grown massively. So when I started out, it was really tiny. So actually, when Raat Razi came out,
Yeah.
there were already people talking about me, but it was just really tiny. Like the
क्योंकि एक
scene
ही
was so
बंदा था.
small. मतलब literally ऐसे 100 जने होंगे Delhi में, maybe. So between those people, they knew me, but so in that circle, people knew me, but it wasn't big enough for it to be a commercially viable thing.
Yeah.
But I think the big, when I actually started feeling like a lot of people knew me was only last year after Cold Mess.
What do you
Actually, it's
think?
been like this year the most, yeah.
Last year you thought you made it. No.
No, I still don't think I've made it.
Why? There must have
Because
been
what is there like, I mean, I don't know what that means. Make
like
it
कि
first of
मतलब
all.
मैं ये अपनी पूरी जिंदगी कर सकता हूँ और मेरे को पैसे मिलते रहेंगे. यही होता है ना मेड इट तो और क्या
हाँ.
होता है?
Yeah. That I
That
think
you
I have, yeah.
you've reached that point.
Yeah,
When
I
was that?
hope so. And when I started out, that's literally what I wanted. I just wanted to like, you know, make enough just about right money to like just be like stable and like be able to do this. Now I kind of like want more to be
अब
honest.
क्या
You know?
चाहिए?
Like just you just want more money. Suddenly things become bigger and like your needs your aspirations keep rising. To be completely honest, then you want to do something else. I don't know. So it's definitely. I mean, I don't want to get into like you know my 10-year plan, but
No, please do.
No, no,
Please
I
tell
don't.
us. What do you want to do? Where have you invested
But it's
your
definitely
money?
changed a lot from when I started.
Are you doing mutual
No, no, I'm
funds?
not like doing
no?
mutual funds.
No. Do we have another question?
Hi sir, I'm also single. So what kind of attitude should I have to pursue my dreams?
What kind of attitude should I have?
If I'm performing anywhere, anything.
Do you need like a good work ethic?
Yeah, for sure. That's like, I mean, there's so many things, but that's like that's like a very underrated thing actually. Especially as artists, there's this whole perception that you can be indisciplined and like, you know, do whatever the fuck you want and like just,
Ganja फूक के आ
like,
जाओ.
yeah, like be like, and just show up anywhere and actually it's just really, that's really not true. I mean, even the most successful people who portray that image behind the scenes, like they're very, very like they have really high work ethic. Like it's very, very important to do a good job basically and be a professional at the end of the day. Yeah.
But did you at any point think sorry? नहीं यार ये क्या बोल रहे हो? Look what this says. It says you sing and ask can I make it.
क्या मतलब?
I should sing and ask you if I can make it as a singer. ये गलत है. You heard my नहीं. You heard my dole na no. What do you think? I can do it, no? I'm decent. No.
I guess so. I don't know.
No.
I don't know. I mean,
Yeah.
if I
That's-
can, I guess, you know.
That doesn't seem like a good sign, no? He's saying I guess so. Guess so. तो
I'm
गलत
really
है.
bad with sarcasm, dude. Like, you know,
No.
like
Yeah.
this is like
That wasn't sarcastic. What do you think? Are you an introvert or an extrovert?
I think I'm like a mix. I think I have like my
You're an
days.
introverted extrovert.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, I know there's all these terminologies and like there's, there's a blend, right? What is it called? Like a spectrum. Initially, I had high social anxiety.
Okay.
Like really, really high. Like I would not go out. I couldn't like smile at people if I was looking. I couldn't look directly at a person if I was talking to them.
Yeah.
Like right now I'm looking at you and talking to you. I mean, I would
Itna
just like,
zyada?
if I met somebody for the first time, I would just like look like this and talk. And like, I just had like a lot of nervousness with social interaction. Like I used to dread going on tour. And I used to just like, and press and all of this. And like, I just didn't, I wanted to just sit in my studio and write songs.
Then how did you work through those? Just
I don't know, just time. I don't know. It just all happened. I mean, you know, there was just a very strong desire to keep doing this.
I think we have another question. ऐसे एक एक करके करेंगे तो बहुत टाइम लगेगा.
Hi Prateek, my question to you is how do you respond to haters who have like given you a label of South Bombay ka DDLJ?
I don't respond to them actually. It just depends. You know, if you have a bad day and you see that, then definitely pisses you off a lot. Like, there have been days and I'm like, what the hell, dude? What is this, you know? And then there's other days where you're just like, sometimes things are so funny where they're making really fun of me, but I'm just like, that's really funny actually. Like, you know, a few weeks ago, somebody called me Sasta John Mayer. That's so messed up, dude. But I just thought it was, I started laughing actually. But usually, like I said, I just ignore it. Yeah.
Thank you.
To answer your question.
So, how's it going on dates now? Is it really intense?
On what?
Dates.
Dates.
Yeah. Basically, because I was going through, you write love songs, no, mostly. So, abhi jab you go on dates, like, do people expect you to be like really romantic and sit deep?
Yeah.
ऐसे होता नहीं है मगर. Are you
I mean,
romantic?
Yeah, I think I'm a pretty emotional
Do something
person.
romantic right now.
No.
नहीं, मजाक कर रहा हूँ.
For who? I mean, I think when I'm invested in somebody, I'm romantic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what how does that go, like when people show up expecting you to be really romantic?
It's a little awkward sometimes.
Has anyone ever asked you to serenade them?
Like
public,
randomly in public,
randomly.
yeah. Very seldom, but it has happened a couple of times. I'm like, no. So
What did you say?
I was playing squash in Siri Fort this one time. So this guy comes and he's like, can you take a photo with me? I was like, sure, for my wife because she's a really big fan. I was like, sure. Then he said, can you please sing a song on my phone? I was like, no man, I'm playing squash. Like, you know, I'm literally like holding a racket. Like, no. He's like, no, come on. And he got really insistent for a minute, which was like, you know, every now and then somebody will be really insistent about you singing a song just a cappella randomly into a camera, and I find that really awkward.
But the squash court is a nice place. No, I say reverb is good, no?
The reverb was pretty good. That's
आता
true.
है, मुझे भी आता है. So, it's my last question to you is that why do you make music?
I think my thing has changed. There feels like a purpose to it, a much higher purpose to it, because I get a lot of feedback from people, I mean from fans telling me how personal it has to be into them. Like, you know, like literally couples telling me like that, you know, they were married to this or they started dating because of my songs, or, you know, there's lots of really overwhelming personal incidents in life that people have had because of where I am like, my music is like the central figure. So it's obviously like, then it feels like, you know, that becomes a kind of a big deal and it's important. But I started off as a very personal, selfish thing. You know, I don't know why, I wrote my first song and it felt really, really good. And, you know, you feel a really strong sense of achievement, and it's exciting. The process is exciting, putting it out is exciting, not putting it out, completing it is exciting, recording is exciting, the production is exciting, like all that stuff is really drives me. And in the beginning, I just wanted to make enough money so that I could do that.
So Prateek, tell me about the Supermoon tour.
Yeah, so Supermoon and Z Live are doing this tour in India. So we're playing 8 cities in October, and then 3 cities in December.
Oh, nice.
And October, almost all the shows are auditorium shows. So they're going to be a little bit smaller, a little bit more intimate, slightly different vibes. December, there's Delhi, Bombay and Bangalore, which are like the really big like outdoor venue shows. And yeah.
Sounds good, man. Looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Hey guys, if you like this video, then, you know, like it, share it, love it, and subscribe to Scoop Whoop Unscripted.
5 a.m. trains and broken chains. I called you every afternoon. Forrest Gump and the hurricane trails, though we never followed through. Do you have 100 words for me? 'Cause I have only 3. And you couldn't even sing for me. And I keep on writing these songs over and over, and I keep getting closer to you. A lover's home is never shown it's never known to the common folk. You called me over and said my name 3 times over, but you never looked me in the eyes. Do you have 100 words for me? 'Cause I have only 3. And you couldn't even sing for me, and I keep on writing these songs over and over, and I keep getting closer to you. Do you have 100 words for me? 'Cause I have only 3.